Okay, so I've talked about it a little bit before, and I'm gonna further elaborate on it, and that is that I didn't used to be a real person. I just got like a social life and friends, and like a sense of like I should. I basically just left the feed about 2 years ago. And, one big thing that, I've noticed as of late, talking to people and just kind of being around other people my age, is that I kind of missed a lot of milestones just because I was so human. Like, like I've already said, I can't drive. Like, I've never been to a school dance. Like, I high key spent most of my birthdays alone. Like, I just like and the thing about that too is like now I can't even like talk about just like me existing because like or me whenever I'm younger because Lee is sad. And like the other day, like I was talking to this one girl and I was telling her I was like, yeah, I used to just like not have any friends, spend all my time on the game, doing all this. And she was like, oh my God, that's so sad. And, I was like, you know what? It is sad. Like, for instance, like, it would be like, a chud. I just really didn't have anything going for me. And, I just missed a lot of major milestones. And, you know, my parents are good though, because my parents, they kind of tried to make up for the fact that, I didn't, have any friends. Like they take me to a nice restaurant or something, to try and compensate for the fact that I was alone. But I don't really feel like, it went well. Um, like, yeah, I mean, I just like was like so subhuman. And the thing too is like whenever you don't have like prior, friendships, relationships, anything like that, you know how to navigate the world. So I would often find myself just like completely unaware of how to navigate social situations just because I had spent so much time alone. And it's not even like I'm trying to feel like a hissy fit for myself and be like, oh my God, my life is so bad. Like, no, my life is good. It's just that the way that I was living my life kind of socially handicapped me for a good bit. And kind of didn't do any permanent damage, I don't think, in the long run. I think, like, if I could, like lock in more, I could definitely get out of it. But a big issue now is that, like, right now is a really, really, really bad time to be a teenager because, or I say teenager, I'm almost done with my teenage years in like 2 or 3 years, and then I'll be in my early 20s, and well, I'll get into that in a second. But I mean, like right now, like I live in a car dependent city, can't drive. I like, like I spent most of my summer, building 40K models, and I can't even go out and play 40K, because I mean, like I live in a car dependent city, and the nearest like local place where I can go play is like over by a Target that's seven hours away walking distance. Like I can't do that, And speaking of 40K, it's expensive. Like everything is so expensive nowadays. Like my dad gave me like last summer gave me like $25 to go out have fun. I said I can't do anything with this. Like it's literally impossible to do anything with any of this money. Like, it's so expensive to live. Like, it's actually insane. So, like, not only am I socially behind because I wasn't a real person, but I also is finding it harder to get, like, to regain the lost time I didn't spend socializing just because it's so hard to literally do anything like nowadays. Like, it's just so ridiculous. And like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, like for a career or anything, because high key, I don't see myself getting into a good college. My dad earlier today, he made a comment and he was like, "That's Higgins whenever he becomes a famous whatever." And I said, you know, that's not gonna happen. I didn't say it aloud, but I was like, that's not gonna happen. Realistically, I'll end up, probably going to the community college, buy buy my house. I'll just end up going there and then, you know, do that and be jester for a few years, and have to talk about going to the community college with other people. I mean, I have no doubt in my mind that that's going to be super embarrassing. I mean, Jesus Christ. So yeah, there's that. And right now I'm cooked because this is supposed to be the time that because hold up, what's this place? Yeah, I'm looking at the little free library near my house. Hmm. But like, for instance, like whenever you're my age, you know, or in the range between like 16 to 24, so where I am like in the middle of right now, this is like the period of time whenever you're supposed to like make memories that you like look back on whenever you're like 30. And I'm like, man, I was such a crazy dumb kid. But like, I'm not really doing anything that's kind of worth like looking back on right now. I mean, even now that like I'm talking to people, I mean, like I'm not really living my life. I'm just kind of alive. I mean, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I mean, this is supposed to be the time that you make the most friends because right now is the time that you're around people who are your own age, and you can surround yourself with people with similar interests than you. But I mean, honestly, like I'm not really doing that. And I barely have any friends right now. Like the way that it is right now is that if my best friend like won't pick up the phone, I have no one to talk to. I mean, right now I have like 6 people who I'm friends with. 2 of them I know are like good friends, right? And 3 of them. One of them, I only have one that I know like won't, like like is always gonna be there for me. But I mean, like right now is supposed to be the time whenever you have the most friends, and I really don't have much. I mean, I think about it now, looking back on other parts of my life, it genuinely just feels sad. And, it's like whenever my dad tells a story about, a younger part of his life, everybody laughs, he's talking about all these mistakes he made and, all this stuff and all these girls. And me right now, I'm talking about the time that, my grandma, I was over at my grandma's house and I grabbed the toilet plunger and just started shoving it with shit covered all over the walls and smearing shit all over the walls. I mean, that's it. I mean, I don't have, much in the way of like fun stories to tell. I mean, I'm just kind of alive right now. I mean, I wake up every single day, no purpose, just literally just navigate, just drifting through life. And here's the stupid part too, because whenever you tell other people that, whoa, just went into a tunnel, this is crazy. I go out and walk whenever I'm doing these, which, sometimes it's more noticeable because you can hear the cicadas because I live in the south. And, right now you can hear a tunnel. So this is kind of fun. Oh boy, where was I? But I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, here's the worst part too, because I always go over to my family and they're like, "You got a job yet?" Nope, couldn't get a job. Applied to 50 places, couldn't find a job. You driving yet? Nope, my parents won't teach me. They're like, man, dude, you need to, because you're getting to the age where you gotta start getting stuff done, man. I'm like, it's probably not gonna happen, man. I mean, like, there's not really anything in this, like, that I enjoy doing enough to, like, want to do it as my job, you know? Like, I mean, like, I do theater, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to become a technician professionally, because what I've learned from trying to find a job this summer is that it doesn't matter if you have the qualifications. It doesn't matter if, you're willing to work. Because I was going into summer, I was like, I'll work every single day, open availability, open to close every single day. I mean, I had that mentality going into it. But, 45 applications later, it made me realize that it doesn't matter if you're qualified or not. It doesn't matter if, you're willing to work or not. If these places don't want to hire you, they won't hire you. If someone who is more qualified for the position than you applies for the position, you're not getting it. So even if you have all the qualifications to do something that you want to do, it's completely not up to you on if or if not you get the job. In fact, because my plan was always try and get a job working at a technical theater company, but I don't think that that's going to happen for me. And honestly, I'm not even sure if that's something that I want to do. I just think it's me just trying to maintain some level of normalcy, or me trying to tell myself that what I'm doing in school right now isn't a waste of time. Because honestly, I just don't think that I just don't think it's gonna work out well. And then I'm gonna have to go end up working for the stupid coffee company that my parents work for. And my parents are always like telling me, "Oh, just never post stuff on the internet. Never post stuff on the internet. It's your digital footprint. People are gonna hear the things you say, and then you're not gonna be able to get a job, and then they're gonna trace it back to us, and you're gonna get it fired." Whenever I'm like, "Why?" I don't give a shit, because I've always wanted to make videos on YouTube for as long as I can remember. I've always wanted to make YouTube videos, and right now I am finally making YouTube videos. Because this is the thing that my parents do that just makes me so angry, is that my parents just sit around and talk about doing stuff, and then they never actually go and do stuff. They sat around talking about me getting my license, and now here I am, a grown adult, and I don't have my license. And it's just insane to me. And, I've always wanted to do YouTube. I really wanted to do media analysis videos, but, I don't have a computer, so my, ability to, edit stuff and do whatever is kind of limited right now. And plus, I don't have, it's just going to be a little bit before I start doing that. Eventually, I would like to do that, maybe on this channel, maybe on another one. But, I mean, yeah, it's just insane. I'm really hoping that nobody from my personal life finds out about this channel, because I think it'd be really embarrassing. And I just was thinking to myself, how could somebody find it? Maybe from my TikTok, because I think I have my YouTube linked to my TikTok. So I might have to remove that just so that way, but, even if I do, I doubt that anybody will look, because to be honest, not very many people pay attention to me. Even now that I say that I have, a social life, what I mean is I talk to people, other people don't really talk to me, right? I mean, that's always been kind of the way that it is. I've always really been kind of other people's, second choice when it comes to talking to people. But, you know, that's a topic for another video. Again, if you're interested in hearing about that, comment, do anything to let me know that you actually, listened to the video. Because, I'm pretty sure that most people just, click on the video and then they just immediately click away. I mean, nobody watches these damn videos. Not even my friends watch these goddamn videos. It's insane. And I'm getting riled up. I don't even remember what I was talking about originally. I need to take a second and calm down. But yeah. It's really, really, really difficult to navigate through life when it feels like the people in charge don't give a shit, and you're just everybody has all these expectations for you as a young man, and it's just impossible to meet them, because the world that we live in now is so fundamentally different, in the sense of it's impossible to do anything. It really is. I mean, god damn, it's impossible to get a job. And the worst part is too, is that people are always under the impression that, oh, if you can't get a job, then you're lazy. If you can't do this, then you're lazy. And it's so annoying, because everyone in my family who's older is just always trying to lecture me on, this, that, and the other, son, and my grandpa's like, oh, son, you need to do this, you need to do that. You know what I wonder? I was thinking about this earlier. My grandpa was like, oh, shit, he moved down to the fucking coast, but he was like, oh, son, if you ever want to if you ever, decide, oh, I don't want to go to college, I don't want to do this, you come talk to grandpa, okay? And grandpa's gonna get you a job, and you, me, and your cousin Joey, we're gonna work. We're all gonna go work for people. We're gonna make good money doing hard work. And at the time, I was just like, okay, whatever, grandpa. But I really don't want to go to college. I really don't like school, but I mean, the way that it's looking is I don't have any money. I can't drive. I'm fucked because, once again, I can't get a job. So I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. So like, if I'm going to be living in my parents' house, I'm going to have to listen to them and respect them because that's just how it works. People are always talking about oh, you're an adult, you need to do this. No, what I am is living in somebody's house, eating their food, not contributing, not paying the bills. So if my parents say do something, then I'm going to do it because I'm going to respect the people that are providing for me, right? The people that are expecting things of me, right? So that's what I'm going to do. But my damn grandpa moved down to the coast. So me saying, oh, I mean, I just don't even understand. I don't even understand what I'm going to do. I literally have no clue what I'm going to do because I need to find some way to make money. And it's just horrible and I hate it. And I can't even do this. It is so, so, so frustrating. And it's not like, oh my God. I feel like I'm going to puke. Jesus Christ. Ugh. I had a bunch of tofu tonight with like chili and I feel like chili sauce. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to like puke. It's like horrible. But I mean, yeah, it's so, 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 so frustrating just trying to navigate life, any way like this. It's so, 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 so like aggravating because like the way that the world works is just so fundamentally different from the way that it's worked before. And, it doesn't help that, like, it's just really hard. It's really, really, really hard to do things. And I think that's where I'm going to conclude this rant. I'm thinking about uploading this video as just rant 1. And then maybe I'll just do these videos where I just rant about things, but I don't know. Again, if you have, comment, I will respond to it. I am desperate for engagement on these videos because I really, really, really think that I have a lot to say. I just need to be asked. So go ahead, ask me. If you didn't make it this far in the video, then I don't even know. All right, you have a good night. I'm going to go on a walk, maybe give someone a call. I don't know.